Hey, my Taurus babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Excuse me. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope your first full week of June was decent. Let's see. See what we got going on here. I tried to do this reading this morning, and my energy was just, I don't know where it was. I have no fucking idea. I went to bed early and did everything I was supposed to do, and still woke up like I was in a London fog. So, did some retail therapy. How about that? And came home, ate some dinner, and here I am. I believe I'm ready. All right, Taurus, we're going to go Monday to Monday. Tomorrow the 10th through, I think, the following Monday is either the 18th or the 19th. I'll make sure I have the correct dates listed. We're going to do a card for each day. I don't know, this time I'm going to try and dig a little deeper. So I'm probably going to use more than one tarot deck. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. I'm not happy with the shuffle. This was the kind of crap I was going through this morning. I don't know what's going on, Taurus, but get this shit figured out. Get it figured out. All right, so we're going to do one card for each day. Clarify however we need to clarify. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. You know what? I don't want to pull overall energy from those. I want to pull it from these. So before I do anything, I'm going to do two shuffles with this. I shuffled them before I got on camera. I'm going to pull two from here for your overall energy. Something's going on, Taurus. I don't know what it is. I feel it. I'm going to guess y'all feel it too. We got a lot of changes coming up. So intuition is the first card for overall energy. Mental conflict is the second card. We will come back to those. Let me just say this. For whatever reason, planetary alignment, whatever, you're probably feeling a little more tweaked than usual. Maybe a little more sensitive. In any event, your overall thing this week, you should be trying to get your energy geared towards following your intuition. You are going to have some choices to make this week, and you're not going to have 16 days to sit around, think about it, and chew on it, and kick the fat with somebody about it. You're going to have to make a decision when it hits you. So I'm saying that because I'm being led to say it. I don't know who that's resonating with and who not, but however, with this oracle card for these two oracle cards for our overall energy, intuition and mental conflict, you're going to have to clear that conflict before you make any kind of decision. So just know that whatever's getting ready to pop up here is going to be decision making time. So for tomorrow, yeah, it ain't no bullshit. The Hierophant for Tuesday, the Star card. For Wednesday, Knight of Swords. For Thursday, the Princess of Wands. For Friday, the Ace of Cups. For Saturday, the Ace of Coins. I've done it. For Sunday, the Hangman. And for Monday, the Princess of Cups. Oh, damn. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things here, Taurus, before I jump knee deep in this. Commitment, I'm going to just say, intuition, overall energy, the Hierophant, these two aces right here. It's relationship time, Taurus, and game time is over. Whatever you thought, whatever you heard, game time is definitely over. Some of you have been straddling between two relationships. Some of you are about to start straddling between two relationships. Some of you have made a decision and you're going to circle back because you don't like the decision that you made. Let me say this about that. This is the time to do it. The windows are open. The energy is open. If you need to make changes to a commitment, now's the time to make the change. If you need to change, the example would be you left your ex and you've been gone for a little bit and you met somebody else. You were going to have to circle back to that ex. And don't ask me why. I know everybody's like, what the hell is she talking about? Did she smoke before she got on? No. That's real talk. You're going to have to circle back to whatever you left. Now, be mindful. Let me put the disclosure out there. If you left a situation and somebody was knocking your head up against the wall, trying to cut you, hurt you, maim you, obviously you're not going back to that. But those of you that left and you weren't sure about leaving and you are about to embark on maybe a new relationship or maybe get out in the dating scene, you are going to circle back. And this is not, the person you're circling back to is not someone who had a long, torrid 12-year affair with somebody. This is more shorter in term, more shorter in length. If you look at what's here, you got a knight, you got a couple of princesses on here, you got aces. This is newer, younger, fresher energy. Before I put the cart before the horse. Tomorrow, Monday, the Hierophant. This is where you're going to kick off these 8 days, basically. Commitment is on your mind. Making one, breaking one, going back to one, however that's going to resonate with you. How this is probably going to play out for a lot of people is just phone calls and text messages and Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff. It's just going to be popping with exes. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't heard from you. We was checking up, da-da-da. There's going to be a wedge there somewhere, Taurus, for you to poke your little head in and see how things are going. And for some of you, this is not a bad thing. You may need to go back to this ex because it was a good relationship, but because of communication, because of misunderstandings, because of people putting their big mouth in some shit that they shouldn't have been in, people trying to sabotage, old exes between the two of you sabotage. It could be a variety of things. But get your heart open and get your mind open and start thinking about what kind of commitment do you really want? Who do you want that commitment with? And why do you want that commitment? If you can answer those questions, and if you like the answers to those questions about whoever you're asking them of, then that's probably the person that you need to be with. This is not a mind over heart matter. This is a heart over mind matter. I know y'all are like, oh, let's cut this shit off now. She's crazy. You're going to start this tomorrow. And if it hasn't started for you already this weekend, you're just going to get little dribs and drabs. Hey, how you doing? Facebook. Hey, ain't seen you in a while. Snapchat. Hey, just that kind of energy. People are going to be popping up. One thing will lead to another. And you are going to create the environment to start something again. Hold on. Tuesday with the star card. Hopes and wishes. This is really coming back that stars are lining up. Stars are lining up for us, Taurus. So this is not, a lot of people think, our time is birthday time. So whenever our birthday month hits, that's when everything in our life starts happening. No, not really. More to the point, things don't start happening until after your birthday. So just know you're going to see things this week, particularly Tuesday, even at work. And you're going to be like, well, I thought y'all said I couldn't have that. I can have it? That kind of energy. And it's not going to be in just one area of your life, Taurus. So buckle up. If you've been having a hell of a time, if you've been stressed out, if you've been up all night, not sleeping and just miserable, this is about to end. I know y'all like, this lady is tripping for real. Wednesday with the Knight of Swords. You're going to be running around. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah. You're going to be running. Wednesday's going to be a run around kind of day. You're going to have errands. You're going to have things. Don't blow this day off just thinking you're running around like a wild hare. And it just here, there, and everywhere. No, there's going to be a method to this madness. You probably are not going to see it or understand it until you get past the energy. But do whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that your family is comfortable and safe. Whatever you need to do to make sure you're on good footing at work, or at least making progress on whatever projects you're working on. If you are, I don't know why this is coming to me, if you're taking care of in-laws or parents, make sure you get done what you need to get done. I know I said this last month and probably said it in April too, but June's energy, and pretty much for the rest of the year, if you didn't get no rest, you ain't gonna get none. Ain't nothing to be had at this point. This is where this starts on Wednesday. You definitely feel the shift. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Venus is moving into Gemini either tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't remember exactly the date. But that shift and understand the duality of Gemini, you are going to be doing multiple things for multiple people about multiple shit, and it's going to just probably frustrate you to no fucking end on Wednesday. But please know, Taurus, please know, there's a method to the madness, and there's a reason for all this chaos and you running around like a crazy person. On Thursday, some of you are getting ready to travel. This is maybe and this may be something you don't even know about yet. But the offers are going to be put out. Some of you may be getting ready to embark on traveling for work. Others of you may be doing an entrepreneurial thing and decided you're going to buy those tickets to Australia so you can do your YouTube blog from the down under. Whatever, travel is in the cards. For some of you, this may have already hit. And as I'm saying, as I'm thinking, I'm not sure. I actually did buy an airline ticket last week. So just know, this Thursday, if you haven't already, you're gonna encounter something that's going to require you to take a trip. None of this is bad. Just make sure you dot all your I's and all your T's. We are quickly approaching Mercury retrograde, and the slowdown will probably be felt as early as this week. So just be mindful of that. To Friday. And let me just do Friday and Saturday together, because fuck it, it's the same thing. This is new. This is, and by new, I don't mean you don't know the person, or you've never seen them before. It's somebody you don't know. No. When I say new, I mean even on a restart level, new, fresh energy on both days, Friday and Saturday. For some of you, this may be someone you know, but what happens on Friday is that things are going to open up for you to start, go back to Monday, commitment, thinking about looking at certain people in different lights. So for some of you, this may be someone you go to school with, and your study partners, and you kind of had that feeling something might sort of be going on, but you ain't really said nothing because you don't want to blow nothing out of proportion. For others of you that do the office romance thing, that cutie sitting over there in the corner that's been winking at you for the past 10 months, doors opening for this on Friday, definitely. Again, from Monday, think about the kind of commitment. If you are going on a restart with somebody where you've been separated for a little bit and you're getting ready to come back together, or you're talking about coming back together, or the dude at work or the chick at work, and the winking, the smiling, and the blushing and shit, and you already know this person, but you're getting ready to change the level and the nature of how you know this person. Think about why you want to make that commitment. Are you doing some shit just so you can get the bills paid, or so you can say you got a hottie on your arm, whatever? Like I said at the beginning of this is not mind over heart week. This is heart over mind week, and it's going to blow some of y'all away. Because you're like, we never supposed to follow our heart. No. This is one of them weird, quirky, and Uranus has a lot to do with, Uranus being a Taurus has a lot to do with this energy. But Friday, it's either a new start or a restart. That's the energy. And if it doesn't happen Friday, I'm going to definitely say Thursday, maybe as early as Wednesday. You're either going to get into some conversations, or you're going to meet face to face. However, this is resonating with you, but this is fresh, and this talks about relationships. And you see the dove and the heart, if there's anything, if this is someone from the past, and not, like I said, not 100 years ago, recently, and you just decided you weren't going to do it then and you were going to wait before you got together, get some things straightened out, if that resonates with you, this is new. This is new. This is the restart. And some things may need to be healed. It may not be big shit. You know, it might not be third party cheating type shit. It may be just other things that you may have been offended by, or this person may have been offended by. So Friday is going to open the door. Anything that needs to be healed, dipping the heart in the cup. Come on now. A little healing with the dove and the olive branch. Coming in peace. Anything that needs to be healed, heal it. From this point, you will know what kind of seed you planted. If you have to apologize to somebody, or if you just don't, not even have to, if you just apologize, say, I know we started off first time kind of funky, and I really didn't want it to start that way, or even, and this can go on a lot of levels, it's really coming back as romantic, but I can hear this conversation very clearly being held between student and teacher, patient and doctor. It can be a lot of relationships if you're not actually in a romantic relationship and not looking to get into one. However, the stronger energy is for those that are dealing with people from the past. And the past, again, doesn't have to be 100 years ago. It could be as recently as 6 weeks ago, 6 days ago. That's still the past. So there may be some healing. Just go ahead and throw the apology out there, or throw the kiss out there, whatever. This is also a very sensual, tactile energy. So you're going to feel this. The way you feel things, even the seats in your car are going to feel more intense to you. Just know that, because you'll be walking, this is the energy that we're walking in right now. On Saturday, it's date time. It's date time. If you think the seed that you planted is good, it's date time. Now, let me go back to mental conflict, because this is the second overall energy card that came up. Some of you are going to go through the mental conflict because some of you do rightly have two choices. Somebody brand new and somebody sort of kind of from the past. That's going to cause you some anxiety. Taurus, there's no need for that. If you're not married to anybody and you haven't committed to anything fully, then cut the mental conflict. Get them 8 or 9 of swords out of your head with all the little chatterboxes, and get that shit out your head. And get yourself grounded. And today is Sunday, so it's as good a time as any to get grounded for the week. Whatever you need to do, go stand on your back patio, smoke a cigarette, put your butt up against a tree, sit on the ground, play with the dog, chase the cat, whatever, get you grounded. Taurus, do it. So that when you come to these choices, again, this week is fast moving energy. It may not seem like it because I'm talking slow or whatever, but this is stuff that, and if you look at the variety of things that are going on, trust me, it's fast moving energy. So don't get mind blocked. Don't mind fuck yourself. Get grounded and start thinking now. None of this has happened to you yet, but you kind of have an idea of what I'm referring to. Get it in your head now. Who do I really want to be with? What do I really want to do? What do I really want to commit to, so you don't overwhelm yourself and weigh yourself down with a bunch of bullshit ass mental conflict. Okay. Sunday. Just what it means. You're going to start seeing things from a very different perspective. And that this is a major card. This is about your life, not just how you respond to things or how you interact with other people. This is your life. So you're going to see or start to see some things in a different perspective. And if you are changing jobs, some of you that's coming back, some of you are changing jobs, it's going to allow you to see some things from a different perspective. If you're going back to someone you tried to start dating earlier and it didn't, for whatever reason, manifest itself at that point, if you make the decision to get with this person, you are going to begin to see life from a different perspective. And there's no negative, malevolent energy here. It's uncertain because you don't know. You don't know how it's going to change your life, but it is good. It is good energy, so know that. When we get to next Sunday, the emotional distance card, but it should look like this. You're going to start closing the gaps And this is coming back. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone that has those signs heavy in their natal chart. You're going to start closing some of the emotional distance, and so is your partner. You're going to start closing some of that. If you've been distant, or if you just haven't been dealing with each other, or if this is someone new and you just haven't worked out all the things that you want to work out in your head, by nature it's going to happen. You're just going to end up closing some of the emotional distance. This is good, because then you will be able to gauge how someone can emotionally support you. And this is resonating back with friendships as well. Some of you may have some new friends, or just met some new friends. Maybe you went on a trip for spring break or over the holidays, and you met some new people, and you at the beginning stages of trying to be friends. You're going to start closing that emotional distance. So as you begin to get through and work yourself through the month of June, you're going to start noticing that relationships that are close, near, and dear to your heart, you're going to start wherever there's distance or gaps, you're going to start closing. And again, that kind of goes back to Friday's energy with just the whole peace and the olive branch and, coming with love in my heart. Y'all know what I'm saying. You're going to start closing some of this emotional distance. That's not a bad thing. Again, if you're doing analysis on a relationship and you're trying to see what or who and where, next Sunday is going to help you, or next Monday, I'm sorry. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Next Monday is going to help you close that distance. Hopefully when I do the weekend update, we can get a little closer to this energy and see exactly what the details are. Let's pull 3, just because I feel like it, for guidance from the universe. It's not a bad reading, Taurus. Just be on your P's and Q's this week, and in particular where love is concerned. Open your heart the way that you need to. And like I said, this is not a mind over heart situation that you're dealing with right now. This is a heart over mind situation. So where you can, let love be the reason. Not money, not family, not power, nothing else but love. Because for whatever reason and whatever's going on right now, that is going to sustain you with whatever choice you make. The love part is gonna sustain you. The rest of it may not. But what you do need to know and what you do need to understand is that whomever you're getting with, do it for love. Or at least let that be 3/4 of why you're getting into something. I understand there's other things to consider, but right now it's about the heart. It's really about the heart. So, first card, firm foundation. Second card, spiritual strength. And the third card, what the hell? What? I can't make this shit up. If I had tried to make it up, it says choose fucking wisely. Get the fuck out of here. Isn't that what I was just saying? Okay. Anyway. Oh, I scare myself sometimes. Firm foundation. Firm foundation. Remember that anything that's going to last, this is what the universe is saying. Remember that anything that's going to last has got to have a firm foundation. You cannot build no shit on no sand. You most certainly cannot put this shit in mud. It ain't going to work. Make sure you're putting it on a firm foundation. And let me go a step further and back up on what I just said a few minutes ago about a heart over mind matter. When you really love someone, I'm going to just stick with the romance part of it since that's what's resonating loudly in my head right now. The thing, when things get shitty, when your kid gets sick, and it ain't just some little sprained ankle or broken wrist, but I mean your kid really gets sick, what holds you and your partner together is not how much money you got in the bank at that point, or how many cars you got sitting out in the front yard, or how many stocks and bonds you got, or how many pieces of property you got spread out all over the world. What matters in those kinds of moments and in that moment is that the person that you are with loves you and has your back emotionally, no matter what. No matter what. That's how a firm foundation gets built. If you trying to build a relationship on some bullshit, I promise you that's what you're going to get, a relationship built on some bullshit. If you're trying to do and manifest a solid relationship on love and trust and understanding and all the shit that goes with that, you have to put on a firm foundation. And that love that you have for that person is that foundation. And you have to move from there. I promise you, and I'm going to say this, y'all can cut it off, throw your phone against the wall, hit your computer, whatever, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is a heart over mind week. And that's the energy. So make sure whatever you're choosing, that foundation needs to be layered and smothered in some kind of love. And I'm not talking sex. Y'all hear me? Spiritual strength. That's another part of that. That's part of that triangle right there. Spirit. How you dealing with spirit? You need to, universe is saying, you need to continually work on your spirituality, because that's what aids clarity when you have mental conflict. I'm just saying. And if you're following your intuition, some of this will be just a fucking no-brainer. However, spiritual strength, what you believe in, what deity or deities, however you express yourself religiously and spiritually. Rely on that, especially if this is going to be a time for you to be making big decisions. Universe is kicking that back loud and clear. Rely on it. And if you don't think you're spiritually strong enough, work on that part of it. Read what you need to read. Meditate how you need to meditate. Talk to whom you need to talk to. But just make sure, because this is a part of your firm foundation. And this is another part of what will help you keep a relationship going despite everything going on around you. I saw this already. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. And again, this is a heart over mind week. You're not probably going to hear many other readers kick it out like that. Everybody always talks about, it's a mind over heart, mind over heart. I'm telling you right now, this energy is heart over mind. You need to choose what's in your heart, where the love blooms and blossoms, makes your damn cheeks go rosy kind of love. That shit. Choose wisely, Taurus. Choose wisely. It's a good week. It's just busy, and it's filled with lots of decision making. I hope you guys make the very best decision that you can with the information that you have. And more than anything, I hope you make a decision based on love. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good week. I'll see you soon for the weekend update. Bye, y'all.